Welcome back to the deep dive. So if you've ever been at the gym, going through the motions, doing endless reps for cardio, and felt like it's taking up way too much time for what you're getting back, then this deep dive is definitely for you. We've been looking into some research that really challenges a lot of assumptions about fitness.
It really does.
And it centers on this pretty staggering claim that you can get a full body transformation, burn fat, build a super strong core in just 5 minutes a day.
Right.
Just by essentially standing still.
It sounds almost like, fitness heresy, doesn't it? We're so used to thinking progress means lots of movement, lots of sweat.
Yeah, exactly.
But this concept we're digging into, isometric training, it's actually incredibly powerful. It's a science-backed method. You're contracting muscles against resistance, but without changing the muscle length.
Holding steady.
Holding steady. And the promise we found in the literature isn't just about saving time. It's presented as a total overhaul, a specific, very efficient 5-minute plank routine.
And the idea is it strengthens your whole structure.
Yes, and potentially flips those less efficient workouts, upside down.
Okay, so that's our mission today. We want to deliver the blueprint for this. We need to understand the steps, sure, but also the why behind it all.
The mechanics.
Right, the mechanics of stillness. Why is the plank, this simple move, supposedly so powerful for rapid core strength and posture?
Yeah, it's time we move past some of the fitness myths and really looked at the physics of efficiency here.
Okay, let's unpack that stillness idea first. The core concept, and it feels really counterintuitive, is that the less you move, the harder your body works. That's the heart of isometric efficiency, right? Why is just holding a position so taxing?
Well, the key thing is muscle fiber recruitment. You need to touch on a scientific idea here called maximum voluntary contraction, or MVC.
MVC, got it.
So when you do dynamic stuff, running, lifting weights, even reasonably heavy ones, you're typically only using maybe 30% to 50% of your muscle fibers at any one time. Your body sort of holds back reserves.
Really? So even if I feel like I'm giving it my all on, say, squats, I'm still not using everything?
Pretty much, yeah. There's usually capacity left. But with these sustained isometric holds, like a really good plank, you're forcing the muscle to stay contracted against its maximum load.
Okay.
And to do that, the body has to recruit a much higher percentage of fibers. We're talking maybe 80%, even 90% sometimes, just to maintain that rigidity.
Wow, okay.
And that level of recruitment, that's what drives the fast strength gains and the structural changes. The sheer effort of just fighting gravity statically means all those fibers are, working overtime. Quietly.
Okay, I have to push back just a little bit here. The claims in this literature are huge. MVC explains strength, I get that. But are we really saying 5 minutes of holding still can replace, an hour of cardio? Doesn't the heart need that dynamic movement?
That's a really fair question. And the research isn't suggesting you should ditch cardio completely for heart health, not at all. But what it does argue, pretty strongly, is that for building structural strength, for transforming your core, this static method is incredibly efficient, maybe unmatched.
So it's different goals.
Exactly. Think of it like this. Dynamic moves strengthen the muscles doing the moving. The plank strengthens the foundation, the structure that lets all movement happen well.
Right.
Plus, this intense high recruitment effort, it does give you a significant metabolic spike. That's part of where the fat-burning claim comes from.
It's like strengthening the architecture of your body. When you see someone who just stands tall, perfect posture, that's probably not from endless crunches. It's that deep core strength built with consistency, stillness.
Exactly. And speaking of that deep work, there's a crucial technical point. With these kinds of high-tension holds, especially if you're new to it or have any cardiovascular issues, breathing is key.
Good point. Don't hold your breath.
Right. The tendency is to lock everything down the Valsalva maneuver. That shoots your blood pressure up. The literature really emphasizes smooth, deep breathing throughout the entire hold. Keep the oxygen flowing, keep the tension on the muscles, not straining your system.
Vital reminder. Okay, don't hold your breath. Now let's pivot slightly. We agree stillness works, isometrics are powerful, but why the plank? Why is that the hero move here and not something like, say, a wall sit?
Well, wall sit is good, definitely effective, but it mainly hits the quads and glutes. It's pretty isolated. The plank, though, is what they call a comprehensive kinetic chain exercise. As the sources describe it, you're bracing your core, stabilizing shoulders, tightening quads, engaging glutes all at the same time.
Resisting gravity pulling you down.
Precisely. Resisting the weight of the world, as one source put it, trying to pull your middle to the floor.
So it's really a full body challenge, not just abs. And this is where it gets fascinating for me. The internal stuff. Most people just think six-pack when they hear plank. What's actually going on deep inside?
Right. When you do it properly, the plank forces these deep stabilizer muscles to fire up. Muscles that, honestly, rarely get worked otherwise.
Like what?
We're talking primarily about the transverse abdominis. Think of it like your body's internal corset or natural weight belt.
Okay.
It wraps right around your midsection, and it's crucial for keeping your spine stable. When you recruit that muscle with a static hold, that's when the body clicks into that silent, full power mode.
You feel it instantly, right? That kind of internal tightening.
You really do. The spine aligns, the hips feel solid. You basically become this rigid, super efficient bridge structure.
And the sources really stress this foundational strength. It's like you can have a fancy roof on a house, but if the foundation's weak.
Exactly. You're building that solid foundation in just a few minutes a day.
And that foundation presumably helps with everything else, prevents injuries, makes other movements stronger.
That's the idea. It translates directly into better power transfer and resilience in pretty much any other activity you do.
Okay, let's get practical. We've got the theory. Now for the actual routine. The specific 5-minute isometric ritual. This is segment 3. We need to walk through this step by step. The timing, the purpose of each variation. Because it seems like every part is designed for a reason, right? Building endurance, strength, posture.
Absolutely. This sequence isn't random. It's structured very deliberately to hit the core from different angles, ensuring you get that comprehensive strengthening, not just, say, front-to-back stability.
And let's clarify the timing. It's billed as 5 minutes, but the total work time is a bit longer.
Yeah, that's important. The total holding time adds up to 6 minutes and 10 seconds of pretty intense work.
Okay, good to know. So let's start at the beginning. Variation 1.
Variation 1, full plank for 1 minute. This is your classic high plank. Hands directly under the shoulders, body in a straight line, head to heels.
That's the purpose.
This is the foundation check. It activates the core, yes, but also quads, shoulders. It's like sending the signal to your whole system. Okay, engage everything. Global recruitment.
Got it. 1 minute. Then, variation 2 takes a big jump in time. Forearm plank, 130 seconds. That's 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Why so long here?
Yeah, that length is crucial, and the research justifies it. Holding for that long forces your body to go deeper. The superficial muscles, the ones that tire out first, once they start fatiguing, your nervous system has to recruit those deeper core muscles, that transverse abdominis we mentioned, just to maintain the position.
Ah, so the fatigue forces the deep activation.
Exactly. That shift is where the really profound strength gains are thought to happen. Plus, being on your forearms takes pressure off the wrists, which makes holding for that extended time more achievable for most people.
Makes sense. Okay, then things get unstable. Step 3, single leg plank, 30 seconds each side.
Yep. Now we're challenging balance. As soon as you lift one foot, the load shifts. Your core has to fight against rotating or tilting.
So that really hits the sides.
Massively engages the obliques, those muscles along your waist, and also the glutes, which have to work overtime to keep your hips stable and level.
Okay. And following that, step 4 zeroes in on those side muscles even more. Side plank, 30 seconds each side.
Absolutely. The side plank is intense for the obliques, but also really importantly for the glute medius. That's the muscle on the side of your hip.
Why is that one so important?
It's key for lateral hip stability. If you want to run faster, jump higher, or even just walk without your hips dropping side to side, you need a strong glute medius. The sources call this sculpting from the inside out.
Nice phrase. Okay, so we've hit the sides. Now back to the front for step 5. Repeat full plank, but just 30 seconds. Why the short burst?
Think of it as a consolidation phase and a metabolic spike. After challenging the system laterally, this quick, focused 30 seconds forces the core to snap back into that maximum stable engagement, even when fatigued.
Solidifying the posture control.
Precisely, reinforcing that stable structure.
And then the grand finale, step 6. Final forearm plank for 1 minute.
Yeah, this is the ultimate test. It's about focus, endurance, and muscle memory. If you can hold perfect form for this final minute after everything else, it really demonstrates that your body has learned and internalized that stable, strong posture. It reinforces the gains and helps that feeling of stability carry over after you're done.
Wow, okay, that breakdown really shows this isn't just holding a plank for 5 minutes straight. It's a calculated sequence.
It really is. Structured exhaustion leading to strength. But, and this is crucial.
Let me guess. Technique.
Exactly. The plan only works if the technique is spot on.
Which brings us perfectly to segment 4. The secret to getting those sustained results. The sources hammer this point home. Alignment is everything.
It's non-negotiable.
Get it wrong, and you're not just wasting your time. You can actually hurt yourself. Get it right, and that's when the plank becomes this muscle-building ritual.
Absolutely vital. A sloppy plank just shifts stress onto ligaments and joints instead of targeting the deep core. If you want that high MVC recruitment we talked about, that metabolic boost, you have to nail the alignment checkpoints.
Okay, let's list them out. What exactly do you need to focus on to make sure you're doing it right?
All right, 5 key things. First, neutral head. Don't look up. Don't let your head hang down. Imagine holding like a tennis ball under your chin.
Okay. Chin slightly tucked.
Second, straight spine. This is the big one. Avoid the 2 common mistakes. Hips too high in the air, that's piking.
Right.
Or letting your lower back sag towards the floor. You want a straight line.
Flat back. Got it. Third,
Activated core. Actively pull your belly button in towards your spine. Think about gently bracing like you're about to take a light punch to the stomach.
engaged abs. Okay. Fourth,
Tight glutes. Squeeze your butt cheeks together. This locks your hips in place and protects your lower back. Really important.
squeeze the glutes. And fifth,
Stable shoulders. Actively push the ground away from you, whether you're on your hands or forearms. Don't let your shoulder blades sink together. Keep them broad and strong.
push the floor away. Okay. Neutral head, straight spine, core activated, glutes tight, stable shoulders. That's the checklist.
Nail those 5 points, and you are maximizing the tension where it needs to be.
And when you do that, our sources argue, that's when you get the metabolic impact too.
Yeah.
It's not just strength. It actually elevates your metabolism differently than, say, low-intensity cardio.
That's the claim. The sustained high tension, the high fiber recruitment, it builds denser, more metabolically active muscle, and it forces that deep recruitment pattern.
So the payoff continues after the workout.
That's the idea. Your body needs more energy just to maintain itself after that intense stimulus. You essentially nudge your baseline energy expenditure up a bit. So yeah, the muscles repairing, adapting, and potentially burning calories at a slightly higher rate, even when you're just sitting later.
The benefits really do extend beyond those 6 minutes and 10 seconds. It reinforces that whole idea. It's not about endless movement. It's about focused intensity, static power.
It really could be the highest quality work you can pack into such a short amount of time.
Okay, let's wrap up this deep dive then. We've looked at the science isometric efficiency, MVC. We've gone through the specific 6-minute, 10-second ritual, step by step, and we've given you that crucial alignment checklist. So you basically have the blueprint now, a way to seriously strengthen your core, visibly improve your posture, maybe even boost your metabolism.
Yeah.
The research makes a pretty compelling case for prioritizing this kind of intensity over just sheer duration.
And having this knowledge, this detailed plan, it puts you at a decision point, really, about your own well-being.
How so?
Well, knowing the how and the why removes the excuses, right? The barrier isn't lack of information anymore. The choice boils down to consistency. You have the exact map for how to get stronger, more structurally sound in minimal time.
It's about committing to those 6 minutes. So here's a final thought for you listening. Think about that routine. The initial 1-minute full plank, that long 130-second forearm hold, the tricky single leg and side planks, and keeping that perfect alignment in mind, no sagging, no piking, core tight, glute squeezed. Which specific part of that sequence, which variation from our list do you think will challenge your focus and stability the most?
That's a great question to ponder.
Consider that as you think about trying this out. And maybe notice the difference the next time you just, stand up straight. Feel that core engage.